Tonight, I am excited to have two of the leading plastic surgeons in the entire country right here on the Deborah Kennedy set tonight. And I'm so honored to say they're my friends. Welcome, Bryan and Kara. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Glad to be
Love
here.
being here.
Aw, and I get the most of your emails from your segments, and I love that you share with our audience in the new beauty secrets, also the procedures, as well as the lasers, and what really can beautify people inside and outside. We're going to talk about procedures that really can make a total new you. So what is something, Dr. Kara, that you would recommend?
Well, I think if someone is interested in facial rejuvenation, having a facelift can completely change how you feel about yourself. You know, at some point, the lasers will do some great things, but at some point you need surgery. And if you're ready for it, both mentally and physically, it's going to be a tremendous, incredible, life-changing event. You're going to feel 15 years younger. You're going to look 15 years younger, and it's an amazing procedure. And the way that facelifts are done and done correctly is it's still you. You just look 15 years younger. It's not, you don't look like somebody else, and you don't look like someone that you would say, oh, nice facelift. You would say, boy, you look fantastic. That's the goal with the facelift.
So they just look very fresh.
Very.
Like a renewed version of yourself.
Absolutely.
10 to 15 years ago.
Yes. That's the goal.
So a lot of people say, I'm just going to have a mini facelift. Well, there's really no such thing. Am I
Right.
correct on saying a mini
100%
facelift?
correct.
Uh-huh.
So what a mini facelift can be all over the place. It can be a short scar facelift that treats the entire lower face, which it means that the scar doesn't go further up above the ear. Most people are doing that type of a facelift these days. Most of the time, that's where you can really treat someone. And even though it's a short scar, we've had better instrumentation and better techniques that you can rejuvenate the whole lower face and neck through that shorter incision. You know, whether these lifestyle lift or lunchtime lift, whatever, that's not as an invasive procedure, and it's not a lasting procedure, and it can be, you know, just getting a scar for not looking much better at all.
And who wants that?
No, nobody needs that. But a true short scar facelift can give incredible results.
It's surprisingly, I want to say it's a surprisingly easy recovery. It's not a very painful surgery, and it's a fairly quick recovery, but there's still downtime. There's definitely downtime. So if anyone hears about a no downtime, quick facelift, it's just not going to do anything for them. So people do need to plan on some time off.
So the downtime is you sleep in a recliner for how many days?
For about a week, we want you sleeping with your head elevated, and for that time, you'll have a little compression garment on. After the end of the first week, you can just wear that when you're home in the evening. So you will still have some swelling, you might still have some bruising, but you can leave the house. You can go out and go to the grocery store or whatever. Usually by 3 weeks, people feel more confident about being out in the public eye. But let's say you were mother of the bride, or you had, you know, a reunion to go to. I usually want my patients to have a good 2 months just to make sure that they're completely comfortable and happy with how their healing is gone, and to let the incision fade some.
Right.
It's amazing though.
But I have known hairdressers to have it done and go back to work in a week.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So it's a week of
doable.
R&R.
Absolutely
Yes.
doable.
Okay.
It's your comfort level of being in public. You feel fine.
Right.
And you can look fine. You need to be careful what you're planning on.
Right.
Right. What's another procedure that you feel is just life-changing?
There are a few. I would say tummy tuck, especially for moms. Not just for moms, but mostly for moms. It's life-changing because people, especially after pregnancies and childbirth and frequently after C-sections, are stuck with a little bit of overhanging skin or extra laxity or a bulging stomach. I had a patient last week, and she was tired of every single day someone asking her how far along she was in her pregnancy. And of course, she wasn't pregnant. It was just her tummy. And so a tummy tuck will take someone's stomach who is out to here just because of laxity and make them flat and then remove the extra skin. So in a 2 to 3 hour procedure, it really changes their shape completely. It's amazing.
Right. So it takes away all the belly fat, all the overhanging. Yes. So, and what is the recovery time on that?
Again, it's not a quick recovery. It's doable, but it's a good 1 to 2 weeks of you're not doing a whole lot except recovering. So you need some help. You can work from home after about a week, but if you have a job where you're working out in the community or you're taking care of your kids, you need 1 to 2 weeks off.
So that really cuts into the stomach muscles, correct?
Well, it brings the muscles back together, so you're bringing them together kind of like an internal corset. You're not actually cutting the muscle, but it is a tightening of those muscles so that it is moving tissue. So it's a little bit more invasive, but you're not cutting into it though.
Okay. And any last procedures that you feel are life-changing?
Well, if
Battle
you're
it out.
having-
I want to hear. Which one? Liposuction?
Well, liposuction is great. I mean, if you have these areas that just don't go, and you're
Right.
able to get rid of that in a minimally invasive procedure like liposuction, that's fantastic. And sometimes we take the fat out from somewhere and put it back in you someplace else.
And I love to do that. So once we
Yeah.
harvest it, we take the fat out with liposuction, so you get slimmed down with the areas we do liposuction, and then you take the same fat and put it someplace else, which is usually someone's butt to give them a rounder,
Right.
fuller butt. So you get 2 for 1 with that surgery.
Wow. Did I hear him say, I love to do that?
He does.
He did say that. Yes, he did. I
Fat
love it.
grafting is fantastic because we've figured now that youth is not just tight skin, it's also volume.
Right.
And so using your own fat for volumizing, be it your face, your hands, I've done it to feet.
Everywhere, whole body.
Everywhere. If someone wants to have a plumper, more youthful look to that area, you
Right.
can take fat from a bad area where you don't want it and put it back into someplace great.
I love it. Thank you guys so much for hanging with us tonight. And it's
Love
always
to
a
be
pleasure
here.
to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we hope we've helped you get your new look on with the leading plastic surgeons, Dr. Kara and Dr. Bryan Criswell.